Hello everybody, Chris Porter live here on the campus of Edward Waters University for this special edition of Sports Final, our EWU Takeover show, all things EWU Athletics. And let's turn it over to the public address announcer to introduce the athletic director and the coaches, Josh Jackson.
Let's meet your Edward Waters University athletic staff. Associate Vice President and Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, Dr. Ivana Reyes. Head football coach, Toriano Morgan. And women's basketball coach, Charmaine Wills. And track and field and cross-country coach, Marquita Mines. And women's soccer coach, Stephen Peck Jr. And softball coach, Billy Rogers. And JV baseball coach, Ray Otero. And baseball coach, Reginald Johnson II. And women's golf coach, Kelly Allen. And men's and women's volleyball coach, Lauren Ford. And head cheerleading coach, Andrew Williams.
Folks, this is Sports Final. It's our EWU Takeover, and let's get this show started right now. Off Kings Road here in Jacksonville sits one of the finest institutions of higher learning in the Sunshine State, Edward Waters University. Since 1866, EWU has educated thousands around Florida and beyond. Tonight, we got a special edition of Sports Final focusing on the rise of athletics here at the university inside the Adams-Jenkins complex. It's an edition of Sports Final we're calling the EWU Takeover.
And put your hands together as we welcome Dr. Ivana Rich.
Historic hire. Last October, EWU named Dr. Ivana Rich their new athletics director. She became the first woman to hold the position in the university's history. Tonight, Dr. Rich will discuss how things have gone since she took the job, and she'll share the future of EWU athletics.
We understand that there's no games played or games won in the spring. It's about preparation and development.
Toriano Morgan's football team plans to be on the prowl this fall. The Tigers wrapped up their spring game yesterday, coming off a season in which they won their last 4 games. How the Tigers plan to build off that momentum in 2023, and will reveal the Tigers' schedule first and live in just minutes. Also, we'll talk baseball, golf, women's basketball, volleyball, and more. Plus, we'll celebrate some of the prominent graduates from EWU and highlight the school's steep tradition and pride. This is a special edition of Sports Final, the EWU Takeover, and it starts now. Hello everybody, welcome to EWU, to the campus of EWU. We are having a great time. This is our EWU Takeover. I'm Chris Porter. Thank you so much for staying up late with us tonight. Folks, over the next 30 minutes, we are dedicating this show to the EWU Tigers, all things athletics. And as you can see behind me, let me show you this crowd. You guys get up and make some noise for a second. You are looking at the student athletes here at Edward Waters University. They are all fired up. They are proud of their university, as they should be. This, my friends, is the oldest HBCU in the state of Florida, and it happens to reside right here in the Sunshine State. Joining me now is a very distinguished woman. Joining me is a young lady who made history when she got the job, Dr. Ivana Rich. She is the Director of Athletics here at the Edward Waters University. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Could you please, for a second, just take a moment and talk about this atmosphere we have here tonight?
Yes, it's an incredible atmosphere here. We have so much pride. You can see it's a great time to be a Tiger. So you see my student athletes here, they look beautiful, handsome, and so we're just excited to have this moment.
Coach, this university has been around for more than 150 years, and you are the first the first athletic director in the school's history. It is also Women's History Month, so how fitting that we're here with you tonight. Could you just talk about, have you had the opportunity to really let that sink in and really reflect on what that means?
Absolutely, and it means just that much. With it being Women's History Month and it being the 50th anniversary of Title IX, so to have a woman in this role sitting in this seat, it means that much for all the young women that aspire to be an athletic administrator or even a coach, to see someone in this role.
You guys, no doubt about it, have been completely committed to improving athletics here at EWU. This floor, for example, you've spent tens of thousands of dollars on it. A new football field, you got a new wellness center. You guys are not only talking the talk, but you're walking the walk.
Absolutely, and that is a credit to our tremendous, fearless leader, Dr. A. Zachary Faison Jr., who is committed to just really revitalizing EWU and putting the funds where they need to go to enhance the facilities for our students.
Now, I know that you use this word family a lot. When I talk to you, whenever we talk, you always talk about family, family, family. This athletic department, it's all about family. What does that mean?
It's just, how do I explain it? We are just so close-knit, very supportive of each other. When I told them that we had to be here at midnight almost, you know, they just came. It wasn't any question about it because they wanted to support me and support what we're doing here. And so, you know, we look out for each other, and it feels like family. As soon as I walked through those doors, it felt like family.
Now, we do know that any athletic department, when it is good, it gets the support of the alumni. Could you just talk about, for those folks who graduated from this fine institution, how they can help?
Yes, absolutely. So there are so much good things happening here. Our student athletes are incredible, and we need our alumni support. And we want to thank our alumni that have continued to support the program. And we want to engage our alumni. For me, I want to be able to talk to our alumni personally. I want to know you by name. So I encourage all of our alumni to come, lean in, and become a part of this Tiger family, because we are a Tiger family indeed.
Finally, you're a busy lady. You're running the athletics department. You're also a mom. You have a daughter named Melanie. How do you balance it all?
You know, I think that really boils down to just having a really solid support system. My parents are incredible. My staff is incredible, and so they support me. They have my back, and that just makes everything that much easier.
Dr. Rich, good to see you. Thank you so much for allowing us to put this together and be on your campus tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for being here.
And stay right here for me. Now, we all know that this fine institution has some prominent graduates. Let's take a quick look at some of the big names that have come from EWU. Alvin Brown served as mayor of Jacksonville from 2011 to 2015. Brown was the first black to be elected to that position. Brown succeeded John Payton as mayor after winning the 2011 mayoral election. John Jordan Buck O'Neill Jr. played baseball for the Edward Waters Tigers. O'Neill was a first baseman and manager in the Negro American League, mostly with the Kansas City Monarchs. After his playing days were over, Buck worked as a scout and became the first black coach in Major League Baseball. He was posthumously inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Nathaniel Glover is a former Tigers football player who is considered a pioneer in leadership in Jacksonville. He was the first black elected to sheriff here in the Sunshine State since the end of Reconstruction. Glover was EWU's 29th president. In 2021, the school named their stadium after him, the Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium. James Cannonball Butler is a former Tigers football player. He was the first Tigers player selected in the NFL draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers selected him in the 14th round. Butler played for the Steelers, Atlanta Falcons, and St. Louis Cardinals during his 8-year career. Butler remains the only EWU alumnus to ever play in the NFL. Back here live here at EWU now with the head football coach, Toriano Morgan, a fine football coach and a guy that happens to be a good friend of mine. So good to see you, Coach.
Man, glad to be here again. Thank you for having us and doing this, man. This
Coach,
is amazing.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, my bad. I'm just so eager to talk to you. Could you just describe for the people at home what this atmosphere has been like since everybody began arriving here about 10:30?
Yeah, it's been a game day-like atmosphere. Hearing the band over there jamming since about 10 o'clock tonight. The student athletes, the students coming in, joining in the festivities. It's just been electric in here, as you can hear it.
No doubt about it. Saturday, you guys held a scrimmage here at the school. You're going into your number 3.
Yes.
5 and 6 back-to-back years. You finished the year strong. What were you looking for in the spring game? What you like? What didn't you like?
Well, we wanted to have some continuity. Going in finally for the first time in the spring. We didn't have a spring my first year here, just with the timing of getting here. But having the quarterback position solidified, I just wanted to make sure we got the offense solidified, defense running to the football, making sure everybody's adjusting to the new chemistry, and just putting together some continuity moving forward as we get into the fall camp.
Now, last year you were 5-6, but you lost your starting quarterback early in the year. You've got him back. He's healthy. With him being back, what do you guys find? How can you guys finally get over the hump?
Well, again, being healthy, that helps, and that's one of the key things. We want to get out of the spring healthy. We lost him on his first snap of the season. Then we didn't get him back to like week 6. So with that, we were able to roll off 4 victories in a row to end the season. So, the can is there. So it's just continuing to build on that momentum, to build on his skill set, making everyone else around him playing solid, good, opportunistic defense. We feel really good about going into it.
Speaking of the season, you've given us the fine pleasure of unveiling the 2023 football schedule. Director Chris, let's go ahead and roll out this schedule. And Coach, it's going to take a little second because we're live and this screen is delayed, so don't pay attention to that.
Okay.
We'll look at my script here. You've got 10 weeks on the schedule. Open up at home against Florida Memorial. Then week 2, you've got Benedict. Week 3, you got the Fort Valley State University. Everyone knows that that's my alma mater. I graduated from there in 2004. Then you got Morehouse, Savannah State, Lane, Tuskegee, Albany State, Allen, Virginia Lynchburg. When you look at this schedule, which games stand out to you? I know every game is important, but which ones really stand out?
Well, if we could take anything from last season, the first one. And that's where we got to put all of our eggs into that basket, making sure we come out and we get that first win. Once we get that first win, this team has shown that they can roll. So we want to come out, do the right things, be able to get that first win, and then we turn around with the conference champs week 2. So we always say that we make the first improvement or the biggest improvement of the season between game 1 and game 2, because you really find out who you have on your team, who can play and where. So that's just kind of where our focus is right there, and we just want to be where we need to be at the beginning of the season and make sure we take care of what we need to take care of in the conference.
Now I'm looking at week 3. The Fort Valley State University. That's the one I'm circling.
Yes.
Coach, on that day, I don't know if I'm going to be on your side, Coach.
well, by the 4th quarter, you will.
Okay. That's good. Coach, so good to see you, man.
No, pleasure's always mine.
Always open to coming to see us. We really appreciate it. And again, we thank you guys so much for what you guys are allowing us to do tonight, bring the show on the road.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming.
All right, let's turn it over to Mr. Davis, and let's hear from the band. Hold on right here, Coach. We love to hear from the band. Now we've got the women's basketball coach here, my very good friend, head coach Charmaine Wilson. So good to see you. I have not seen you in person as far as on our show since before the pandemic. I love seeing you. Glad to have you here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
What do you think about this atmosphere back here tonight?
Wonderful, wonderful atmosphere. I couldn't be more happier. That's my team right there.
Where's your team at, Coach?
In the white, all in the white.
So Coach Wilson's girls basketball team, they're all in the white there. They're all fired up. Then we got some football players mixed in there as well.
Right.
Coach, your team started a little slow, but then they picked it up. Tell us about how your season went.
Well, the goal this season was to recruit JUCOs, get the transfers in with the returners, and peak really late. We did just that. the veteran team answered the bell. We came into the SIAC tournament as the 6th seed. With that being said, we upset some folks. We won the first round, then we had the 3rd seed on the 2nd round, upset Kentucky State. We're feeling the momentum now. We had the slogan called "Winners Stay." We won and we stayed. We stayed for 7-8 days. And it was win after win, but we prepared day after day. So it felt really good. We made it to the semifinals in my very first season in the SIAC.
That is a fine accomplishment. Coach, do you really believe that you can take the momentum from one season into another?
Absolutely, Chris. Chris, I have a wonderful team. They bought in early, and that's why we peaked so late, and they just buy in. We're family-oriented here from all across the board at Edward Waters. But my team, I just love their spirit. I love the camaraderie. We have something special. We're going to build on that. I'm in that portal really hard to build on for what we have already done.
Are you inspired when you watch the women's tournament that's going on right now? And if so, what women's coach in the game that you feel like you look up to, you admire?
Oh, wow. Obviously, Dawn Staley. She's a big staple right now. But at Ole Miss, we had the same slogan, "Winners Stay." My team, they believed it, we did it. So those 2 young ladies are representing well as the others. But those 2 teams, those 2 coaches come to mind right away.
All right, Coach, before I let you go, what do you want to say to any parent who has a daughter and is considering EWU? Why should they come play for you?
It's family. I'm going to treat your daughter like my own. This entire institution is built on family. President Faison puts athletics pretty much on the front porch. He supports us. He's going to make you feel loved, and he's going to give you all the things you need to win.
Now, don't you let it be this long before the next time I see you.
Absolutely not.
I love seeing you.
Same here.
I love having you on the show.
Absolutely.
You are doing a fine job at this university.
I appreciate it.
Once again, everybody, give it up for Coach Wilson.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last season, Reginald Johnson's baseball team won the national championship in thrilling fashion. This season, his club is the one every team wants to beat. Hear how they're handling the pressure of being the hunted. You're watching a special edition of Sports Final, the EWU Takeover, live from the Adam Jenkins Complex. After years of affiliation in the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, aka the NAIA, Edward Waters University was elevated to NCAA Division II status in 2021 and is in the 2nd year of their 3-year transition period. The Tigers rejoined the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, or the SIAC, after an 86-year hiatus. Back to the line at Edward Waters University here off of Kings Road. We got the baseball team in the house, the football team in the house, the volleyball team in the house. Where's softball? Where's softball? Where's basketball? Girls basketball? Where's football? Football, where you at? Did I miss it? Track. I got track. Volleyball, men's volleyball team, unbeaten. This is our EWU Takeover. Tonight we're just going to have a good time. I was telling Dr. Rich before the show, we're not going to do anything formal. We're going to celebrate. We're going to acknowledge all of the athletic departments here at the school. We're going to need to give them plenty of love. And y'all on TV, make some noise! We got the baseball coach. We'll talk to him shortly. Meanwhile, as I walk over to the table, I want you guys to hear the sweet tunes from the band. tonight. We're here on the campus of Edward Waters University. Tonight, we're celebrating the rise of EWU's athletics department here. I'm joined now by the baseball coach, Reginald Johnson. Coach, so good to see you.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure.
It's good to have you here. Last time I saw you, we were in studio. You were on the set. I messed your name up. You loved me. You forgave me. That's what's good about this brother. He didn't hold that against me. You also had a very, 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 very nice trophy on the desk. You're the defending national champs. How has it been since you won the title?
Oh, it's been great, man. You know, the guys have accepted the challenge. You know, going into this year, everybody's, gunning for us and, accepting that challenge. But it's been great, man. The institution has been amazing. The city of Jacksonville has been amazing. So definitely appreciative of those opportunities.
Tell me a little bit about this team. You know, when you win a national championship, sometimes you hear coaches say it's hard to get the players motivated to try to stay focused and go after it again. Tell me what you're seeing from your team so far.
It's a little bit of that. You know, we, at this particular point in time, not playing the way we would like to. However, we did some things last year that we thought would carry on. And new year, new challenges, and again, with winning, everybody's gunning for us. And, the guys are responding well, though. They're practicing hard. The game plan's in place, so definitely looking forward to the second half of the season.
And it sounds like to me, because you know that the season is long, you're cool with, you're not happy that you're not playing as well, but you believe you can turn it on in the second half.
Exactly. The guys come into work every day. The coaching staff, we're steady working. The players are steady working. They understand what we're doing wrong, but, it's not purposely done. So, therefore, staying on task, to make things a little better. And, they come into work and we're grinding every day. So, hey, no need to press the panic button. Guys are working, we're grinding, and staying together most importantly. And we're going to pull this thing around.
Could you talk about how these people, these young people that you see here, really are showcasing the pride and the love that you guys have for athletics here?
The thing about Edward Waters University is family. As we walk around campus, as we, here in this gym, working out in the morning, we get here at 5 o'clock in the morning, teams are out here working, guys are working on their own, ladies are working on their own. It's a big family here at Edward Waters University, and it's fun to come to work every day. Not only just my baseball team, but, football, basketball, softball. Softball's doing amazing. Everybody supports everyone.
Coach, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to look into that camera and explain why somebody's son should come play baseball for you.
You should come play here because it's not just about baseball, it's about being a good person. And here at Edward Waters University, with myself and this coaching staff, we're going to make sure that they're going to go into the world the best individual they could be, not only for the families, but also the community.
Coach Reginald Johnson,
hey,
so good to see you.
you.
Help me get this crowd up. Y'all get up, guys.
Here we go.
We're having a party here off of Kings Road. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, appreciate you.
Thank you. The Edward Waters men's volleyball team is on fire of late. A conversation with their head coach next. You're watching a special edition of Sports Final, the EWU Takeover, live from the Alum Jenkins Complex. In 2022, former Edward Waters baseball player, Negro Leagues legend, and the first African-American coach in Major League Baseball history, John Jordan Buck O'Neal, was posthumously inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Back here live at EWU Edward Waters University. Can y'all make some noise? It is the EWU Takeover. We got the volleyball team in the house. When I call your team name, make some noise. Baseball team in the house. Football team in the house. Basketball team in the house. Track and field. Golf. No golf. We got the band as well. Folks who just joined us, we have this party here today at the AJC. Joined out by Lauren Ward, the head volleyball coach here at EWU. Glad to be here tonight. Glad to be here tonight.
I am very glad to be here tonight. Very glad to be here tonight. Okay.
It's okay. Listen, you have one of the best programs, or your team is playing, your volleyball team is playing specifically here. Give me some insight on why they've had so much success.
Oh, they have that dog in them. They're defensively just aggressive. They're the real Tigers. We don't quit, and we're very offensive as well. Very athletic at the net and very aggressive.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I understand you're coaching both the men's and women's volleyball team?
Men's and women's, that's correct.
Well, I see. Y'all ladies are taking over. But it's a good thing. Talk about how you're able to balance the two.
Well, it's not easy, but time management, like the kids in college have. So I feed off of them. And then I trust their autonomy to do the right thing.
And I want to show the men. James Grant, who's our photographer, if our director Chris can take his camera, they are unbeaten so far this season. Show us some love. Tell me about this men's volleyball team. Tell me about the men's volleyball team.
Men's volleyball team, we are led by some of the top players in the nation in attacking and setting. Oh, okay. We have Kaylin Ingram. We have Kenyon Hayes, our setter, our captain. We have Tavion.
Yeah!
We have Evans on the right side, such a powerful hitter.
Yeah!
Who else? We have Richard up there, great defense. We showed it today. My libero, O'Neal.
So basically the whole team.
The whole team.
I got you. So, what aspirations? What are the long-term aspirations for the season? What's the goal for the team?
Well, our goal is to win conference. To win the conference and to go around and win the tournament championship.
Well, you know what?
Absolutely.
You just like how the coaches wanted. You were a little nervous at first.
Absolutely.
You relaxed. This is what I love about HBCU. We showed some love, and the next thing you know, you sound like that prime time coach that you are. Coach Ford, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank
Make
you.
some noise for Coach Ford. Get on your feet, guys. Founded in 1866, Edward Waters University has the distinction of being the oldest independent institution of higher learning and oldest historically black college or university in the state of Florida. Welcome back to Edward Waters University. It is our EWU Takeover show. Woo! Get it right. We're here with the softball coach, Coach Rogers' Coasr team is playing some football in the conference.
Yeah, we are. We're doing really well. We're undefeated in the conference in the East. Looking to take the conference championship this year.
Well, Coach, I'm going to tell you, we've had a great time tonight. As I told you during the commercial break, we're short on time. I'm going to invite you back to our show, all right? Give it up, everybody, for Coach Rogers. Have a good time, everybody. It has been fantastic here tonight with the Edward Waters Tigers. You guys are absolutely the best. Make some noise, EWU Tigers. You took over this place. Tell everybody bye.